Alright guys, it's Friday, May 8th. Today you will need one heavy object. An ab mat or a pillow will suffice if you've got it, and a timer. Alright, let's get to a warm-up. Today's warm-up has 3 rounds of 3 different movements. We've got 3 single leg upward dog to standing. I'll show you those. We've got 3 shin boxes and forward folds, and then we have 3 scorpions each side, so 3 left, 3 right on the scorpions. You can alternate those, and I'll show you those, and then you're going to do 3 rounds of that. You're going to be all warmed up. So for a single leg upward dog to standing, you're going to get down in that plank position with the free leg up. You're going to come down to upward dog, keeping the quad off the ground for this movement and this free leg up. And then walking your hands back up to standing. That was 1. So 3 of those. I'll show you one more time. Walk it out to upward dog. Leg off the ground and walk it back in. Stand it up. Alright, that's single leg upward dog to standing. Then you got 3 shin boxes and forward folds. If you've been following us since the quarantine, you've done these. A little bit wider butterfly position with the legs. Fold that right knee over, makes a box, and then lean forward over the left foot. Alright, then we switch, bring that right leg back out, left knee down, forward over the right leg. Boom, that's 1 each side right there. You're doing 3 each side on those. And then last, you've got 3 scorpions on each side. With those, we lay on our stomachs. Arms come up just above 90 here, gives a little more shoulder stretch. And then we are bringing the right leg over, thoracically turning, and the heel will hover behind you. You'll feel a stretch in this entire front region. I'm actually feeling in my left hip flexor right now. And then you'll also feel a stretch in the front of that shoulder. And then you can alternate, keeping that leg that's not hovering straight underneath you. And so forth. Scorpion stretches. We've done these before. Alright, 3 rounds of 3 reps each side of those. And I'll meet you right back here for strength. Welcome back to strength. Hopefully you're getting warmed up. Today we have 3 movements, a triple set, superset. The first movement is Dumbell Glute Bridges. You're doing 4 sets of 15 to 20 glute bridges with a 3-second descent. So coming down on that glute bridge, you'll count to 3. I'll show you those. You rest 30 seconds, go into kettlebell windmills, kettlebell or dumbbell, depending on whatever heavy object you've got. You're doing 4 sets of 6 to 8 of those. On the kettlebell windmills, rest 30 seconds, then go right into single arm front rack Bulgarian split squats. We did these a couple days ago, but this is slightly different. You're doing 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps on the Bulgarian split squats with a 3-second descent. Then resting 30 seconds, back up to the glute bridges, repeating all until you've done 4 sets of each movement. Alright, so for those movements, the Dumbell Glute Bridge, all you need is one heavy object, dumbbell, kettlebell, whichever. Find your floor, get on your back, bring the heels as close to your butt as you can. Safely get that weight up to your belt line here. And then you're going to shoot the hips to the ceiling, making that glute bridge. Glutes are activated. And then you're going to count to 3 on the way down. 1, 2, 3, back up. 1, 2, 3, back up. Alright, you're doing 15 to 20 of these. Don't forget that 3-second descent. They probably will start to burn near the end, but that's a good thing. Alright, after those dumbbell glute bridges, you're going to do windmills. either with a kettlebell or a light dumbbell. You may, if this is a new movement to you, you may want to play with body weight first. You're going to be kind of in your squat stance, a little bit wider than shoulder width. You're going to press that kettlebell or dumbbell straight up, lock it out. You're going to look up at that object, and with your free hand, you're going to come down and touch your left foot. So you kind of pivot the hips and down, keeping those legs straight, and looking up at this object the whole time does help. Keeping this arm locked out. You are doing 6 to 8 reps of this each side, okay? So 6 to 8 on each arm of that movement. You'll rest 30 seconds and then you'll go right into single arm front rack Bulgarian split squats. So this is where your bench, chair, ottoman comes into play. Whichever side you have your object racked in, you are squatting with the opposite leg. So this happens to be in my right hand. I'm going to squat with the left. That means my right foot will be up on this bench. And then play with the stance. You're going to come down until parallel and back up. Now remember, this is a 3-second descent as well. So 1, 2, 3, back up. Keeping that object racked, midline stable, 1, 2, 3, and up. All right, that's each side, 6 to 8 reps. Bulgarian, single arm front rack Bulgarian split squat. Don't forget that 3-second descent. When you're done with those, you'll rest 30 seconds, go back to the glute bridges, and repeat all 3 movements 4 times through. You'll be done with strength and back here to join me for conditioning. So press pause, have fun, and go to it. Okay, welcome back. Today's conditioning. You have a descending, ascending ladder starting with 12 reps. 12 reps to 10 reps to 8 reps to 6 reps to 4 reps down to 2 reps and then back up. 4 reps, 6 reps, 8 reps, 10 reps, finish with 12 reps of 3 different movements. We have single arm suitcase deadlifts. I will show you those. This one's total. So that means 12 total, 6 each side on that first round with those reps. Then after that, you've got butterfly or Abmat Sit-ups, preferably Abmat Sit-ups, give you a little more lumbar curve support and work more of your abs. I'll show you that. You can use a pillow for the Abmat. And then you've got air squats. So you're gonna do 12 single arm suitcase deadlifts, 6 each side. You're gonna do 12 butterfly or Abmat sit-ups. Then you're gonna do 12 air squats before moving to the 10 rep round. And you'll do 10 of each exercise, and then you'll move to 8 and 6 and so forth. All right, so single arm suitcase deadlifts. Pretty much just a dumbbell deadlift with just one arm, one dumbbell. So deadlift position, your hip width on those feet. You reach down to grab it, and you stand it up. Midline stable. Touch the head of the dumbbell to the ground, keeping that midline intact. Stand it up. Down, up, down, up. All right, that is a single arm suitcase deadlift. So with those single arm suitcases, I would split half and half each round, but it's really up to you. Split them however you want. Just don't make yourself unbalanced for the day. Butterfly Abmat sit-ups. Hopefully you have an Abmat. If you don't have one of these guys, a pillow works. Either way. With the Abmat, make sure the thickest portion is toward your tailbone for those. If it's a pillow, just put the pillow up against your butt, like so. Butterfly those legs out in front. You will come back, tap the ground, shoot back up, grab your feet, make sure your shoulders cross the hip plane, and repeat. All right, Abmat or butterfly sit-ups. please do these with a pillow or Abmat. And then we've got air squats. You know and love air squats. Find that squat stance. Start with the butt back and down. Make sure you're parallel or below on the descent. Make sure you're keeping that midline stable and up. Air squats. All right. So again, starts with 12 reps. Do 12 of each movement before moving on to 10 reps, etc. Have fun. This is a good one. We'll see you on the other side for a cool down. All right. Welcome back for a very necessary cool down. You always have the option to do the shutdown challenge before you do this cool down. It's in the description below. Today's cool down involves the lizard pose. You're going to do 30 seconds each side on that one. You can do that dynamic or static. And then the world's greatest stretch. With the world's greatest stretch, we're going to rest 30 seconds in each pose. I'm going to show you that now. So start with the world's greatest stretch. Get in that plank position. Then bring your right foot on the outside of that right hand. You're going to leave that left hand planted. You're going to lift that right hand up and try to bring that right elbow to the ground. That is a very strong word, try. Not everybody should be able to, so don't worry about it if you can't, but the point is you're stretching this area right here. Your hamstring, your groin area is opening up. So we're going to hold this position for about 30 seconds. So from this position, you're going to go into a pigeon pose. So you can leave that left arm planked and just bring that leg under. Right leg under. Lower yourself onto your elbows if you can. If you can bring your head down, great. But you're going to hang into this pigeon pose for 30 seconds. You can kind of rock back and forth. Take deep breaths. Try to stretch lower each time. But hold that position for about 30 seconds. After the pigeon, come on up into a straight leg. Hamstring stretch. Bring that toe up. If you can reach that toe, pull it toward you, and you're stretching this, holding this position for about 30 seconds. If you want to do a more dynamic release and stretch for that 30 seconds, you can. And then lastly, keeping that foot forward, you're going to work into a hip flexor stretch. Bring those hands overhead, push them toward the ceiling and lower. Feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. I'll switch sides for you just so you can see. Again, hands toward the ceiling. Lower leg, arch the back. Feeling that stretch here. And hold for about 30 seconds for that pose. And then do the opposite side. Again, holding 30 seconds for each of those poses of the world's greatest stretch. All right, for that lizard pose, you're gonna get down on the ground. You're gonna have your right leg is forward, left hand on the ground. You're gonna grab that left foot with your right hand. And then you're gonna kind of ease forward, stretching that hip flexor area and that quad attachment, and just kind of leaning forward into that. Now you can gradually hold and breathe, and every time you exhale, try to stretch a little further for 30 solid seconds. Or you, again, can go dynamic with that and release the tension, go back in. Trying to get a deeper stretch, though, each time on that hip flexor front area. I'll do it with the opposite leg, you might get a better view. So again, grabbing your right foot with your left hand and just bringing that left foot forward so that you can kind of lean in and stretch that hip flexor area. Really good quad stretch here too. And if you can, bring that chest up high. And again, you can either do that static, trying to stretch a little deeper each breath, or releasing and dynamically going deeper. So that is the lizard pose. That's your cool down for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for joining Mitten Fitness, CrossFit Dexter, for these quarantine, stay home, get ripped workouts. All right, congratulations. You have graduated into a new shutdown challenge. The last one was challenging to say the least, especially at the very end with all those reps that have accumulated. Nobody expected to be closed this long, but thanks for challenging yourselves and sticking with it. We've got a new challenge for you starting today, Saturday, April 18th. All right, so the new challenge has accumulating 1 full minute of elbow planking. Also, after that, accumulating 1 full minute of hollow holds. After that, you're gonna do 48 push-ups, more push-ups, but think how ready you'll be for Murph. And then after the 48 push-ups, you're gonna do 10 light, emphasize light goblet squats, okay? So this is going to increase daily by 5 seconds on the holds for the plank and the hollow hold, by 1 push-up, and by 2 light goblet squats each day that we continue to be closed due to this virus that's out there. All right, so let's show you the movements. Elbow plank, you probably know, but I'm going to show you. Down on those elbows, on the balls of those toes, your core is engaged. You're pressing down, pressing into that ground with your elbows and your feet, your toes. Really pressing down, really squeezing the abs, squeezing pretty much every possible muscle you can during this hold to get the most out of it. All right, that is your elbow plank. Hollow hold. Make that bowl with your body. Leg raise. Arms up and out. Make sure your shoulders are off the ground. Basically only touching the ground from the center of your back to your tailbone and holding. Engage that core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Push-ups. Push-ups you know. Push-ups you love. And start in that full plank position. Down, chest to the ground. Elbows are in, either 45 degrees or tighter, and up. Push-up. Now, if you don't have the full strict push-up, no problem. Go to your knees, down, up, and if you need to scale that even further, find that coffee table, bench chair, side of your rig, and do your push-ups into that object. All right, then last but not least, goblet squats. This is not necessarily light, but it is a kettlebell in the goblet position. Elbows are in, nice and racked. Your goblet is hugging your chest. Squat stance for these, and you're gonna start with that butt back. So push the butt and hips back, down, parallel or below, and back up. Have a blast with this shutdown challenge. It doesn't matter when during the day you do this. It is meant to be as well as your normal workout for the day. You can do it throughout the day, piece it up, Do it throughout the day. You can do it before you go to bed. You can do it as soon as you wake up. It's your workout. It's your challenge. Just have fun with it. Thanks, guys. Hey folks, really appreciate you tuning in. Please do us a favor, press that like button, subscribe, find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, like us, follow us. Stay healthy.